Okay, so we are going to have our first startup, and yeah, hi Sushant.
Hi, hi, Ipsit, how are you?
Good, thank you. Happy National Startup Day to you. Thank you for doing this, with us at Your Story. We're really grateful for your time, and wanted to begin this session by, letting you take the stage and tell us about your startup and what is the problem you're solving.
Thanks, Ipsit. What a day to start National Startup Day, and I'm starting. I think nothing can match this. Thanks a ton, Your Story, Ipsita, for having me in the show. So let me brief about myself and the startup. I'm Sushant, CEO and founder of 1Vendor platform. 1Vendor platform is a B2B procurement platform specific for industries in the focus of indirect and tail spend. Before I tell about the problem statement, let me brief about myself. That will state why I am doing so. So I'm a production industrial engineer, BIT 2008, then joined Britannia Industries as a management trainee, and 7 years all through I was in factories. I have a shop floor guy. I was worked in Kolkata, Gwalior, right? I've seen industrial procurement in depth. 2015, I joined Amazon in operations, then moved to program, then to tech products. So I've seen how e-commerce has changed the way of shopping in India. So last 8 years before I was in Amazon, first 7 years was the problem statement altogether. The way e-commerce is penetrated in India in last 10, 12 years is huge. The way you shop right now versus shopping 2000 is very different. There is no match altogether. But you say industrial procurement in 2012 versus now, it's by and large the same. There's not much has changed in B2B commerce or industrial procurement, right? And that's the area I thought I need to work a problem statement because uh, I've seen the problem statement first 7 years and seen the technological advance in Amazon, right? And the problem statement, I'll give you some numbers, which will how big a problem is. The B2B commerce penetration is just 1%, right? And in UK it is about 20%, China it is 25%. So it is a huge area to work on digitizing, right? And government is doing a great job in 2017 after GST launch, government e-marketplace, MSME mart. So I think people are aware of the fact how big a market is. I'll again shoot a number. India is about $3.7 trillion economy. In that, two-thirds is B2B, right, and in that only 1% is digitized. So much has to be done, right? And it has to do whole ecosystem. When e-commerce come, vendors get customers, customers get productivity and efficiency. That's the high level of what I'm doing in the market. Now I will tell you what one vendor platform does. One vendor platform is a product suite for both for buyers and seller, where industries, I'm saying the mid-size FMCG, the factories are the users. You have not seen any platform specifically for factories to use to procure, right? The huge consumptions, right, for these factories. Now there are age-old methods like 20, 30 years. There are ERPs. You've heard about SAP, Ariba, Coupa, Oracle. That's the way of doing. But they're 20, 30 years, right? That has been stringent, right? A vendor has to do follow a process called vendor registration process, right? They have to follow, and that inhibits a vendor to sell. For example, I'm Jamshedpur, right? There is a Tata Motor is there. There is a place called Adityapur there. A person selling in Tata Motors, three generations selling Tata Motors, but he's not able to sell in Ashok Leyland, say, or in Bhaddin, because there is a stringent process, and which is for right reasons, right? So a customer, vendors, and selling partners in today's area is inhibited by uh, this process. And here comes here. We are solving very specific problem of vendor registration, right? We are solving a very specific problem of low data quality, right? Of industrial, and also the learnings which I've got in Amazon percolating in B2B, right?
Right,
Uh,
right.
right. And we'll say the procure to pay, and you have question, Ipsita?
No, so I'm going to ask you. So we understood the problem that one vendor is solving. Shan, tell us what excites you to be an entrepreneur in India today, because I've seen this change. I've been a journalist for over 20 years now. People are no longer afraid to take the jump, and even though they fail, they pick themselves up, they build again. What excites you today to being an entrepreneur in India?
Thanks, Ipsita. I will say why not today. I think so much things will happen in India. I think India is the best place to work on right now, because see, I worked 15 years. I understand this problem statement. Government is supportive, and so many. So I've been recently passed a global fintech fest in in August, I was hearing to he was speaking about how technology is changing. He was speaking of quantum mechanics in open stage, right? Right. So I think we have done. I'm thankful to the organization Britannia given me the job and working, and that's given me the confidence. But the whole plethora of things to be done at making a creating, and the thing which excites me the most, Ipsit, I would say that the area I've chosen, it's my area, and I think a lot many things to be done. It's open canvas. I said it's only 1% of Indian B2B is just digitized, and I am there. I will be. My team would be there to make a change, right? And I would say the answer is not why not, right? Why shouldn't not, right? And
Right.
that's the question. And definitely it took a lot of courage. I'm a first generation entrepreneur in my team. A lot of things has happened.
Wonderful.
Convincing my parent, spouse. They told me why leave job in Amazon, right? So, but initially it was a hurdle. But right now, I think I've done the best thing. I'm really cherishing what I am. Definitely, it's a very tough journey. I did it 100 times. What I've thought of is tough, but the things which excites me, I'm creating something. I have created something. When companies recognizes my when I sell something to enterprises, right? And enterprise selling is one of the biggest tough thing. B2B sales are one
Right.
of the tough things, right? When
Right.
organizations like many big companies, right, here to me, they validate my idea. They gave us time slots, right? That confirms me, hey, I'm doing, and this is it's a $200 billion market, right? And I would say this segment, not many people have come. Like thankful to companies like Zetwork, Moglix, they are trying to do that. It's always a tough journey considered, and in even making a crack in 1 year, I got some really good customers in last 1 year, really vouch
Great.
for, right? And that excites me more. Ki, hey, I've done something, and I think I look forward. Definitely, it is a difficult track. Everybody understand this segment, and but look forward. I think government is doing a phenomenal job in digitization, like Treads platform, Bharat Connect, and I'm solving a problem with tier three, tier four cities. If you go to a tier three, tier four cities SEZ, like Bhaddi, Bidadi, Rajmundri, Sri City, Khurda Road, right? The sellers and vendors are asking such help so that they can grow. And I have testimonials. They said, कि Sushant, आपके प्लेटफॉर्म में एक्स्ट्रा बिजनेस मिला, and that satisfies me the most, right?
Such
And
amazing thing, Sushant. So, more power to, first generation entrepreneurs like you. And I hope going forward, folks like you set an example जहाँ parents को convince नहीं करना पड़ेगा कि मुझे entrepreneur बनना है. So, tell us what have been your learnings in the past couple of years being an entrepreneur, because it looks very glamorous from the outside, but it's a
yes,
lot of hard work. It's a lot of hard
absolutely.
work. So, we are a little hard pressed for time, but tell us what have been your learnings so that people can learn from you.
I think the first learning is that as a product company, product validation is very important. आप सोचते हो कुछ, at the end it's customers. Whatever you make, whatever you coding do, whatever you but process, it's a customer. And interestingly, you have to get your product validated by customer. End customer अगर सही बोल रहा है, that is the most important thing. And the most important when you grow, right, start have a like-minded people to yourself, right? That I have learned a lot, right? And I always say a word that two things we have learned. I think reliability is very more important than credibility in initial stage, right? You need to have reliable people, even it's right, so that he can trust you. And when I think you start up, because you've learned that it's 99% execution and 1% idea, right? I think these two things such hit in my mind, and I think which I've learned, I think in a harder way, right? So, but I think when you start, right, the biggest hurdle which I face in getting the your solutions, because आप सोच के कुछ आते हो, right? And it's a but get your validated, ask questions, go to seek help. Your alumni, your college friend, they are all there to help you. Don't hesitate. Okay, so I'm time's up. Okay, but the meta point is that I would say anybody seek help, take challenges, and reliability is over the credibility, and that execution is the key. And okay, that's all. I think thanks, Ipsita.
Thank you.
Uh,
Thank you so much for being here with us. And, happy startup and more power to entrepreneurs like you.
and thanks again to be the first one in today's speak up. Nothing can be made my day like this. Thanks, your
Thank you for
story and
being with
Ipsita.
us.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.